Hello, this is Theo with Victoria Court Reporting Service. This is the second of two training videos on StenRemote and the StenTel transcription platform. You should already have gone through the first video, which is about first-time setup and configuration of StenRemote that you only have to do once. This video is about using StenRemote to upload files and then using the Secure Message Center to download your completed transcripts. You should also have this hard copy guide to using StenTel StenRemote application. If you don't have a copy of it, please contact Victoria Court Reporting Services. The contact information is at the end of the video, and we will make sure that you have everything that you need. The first step in the process of transcribing your audio files is, well, to get the audio files off of your voice recorder and onto your computer. And once you've done that, to open up the folder where they are so that you can see those audio files. Next, open up the upload directory for StenRemote. That is, from My Documents, open up StenTel Technologies, then StenRemote, and then Upload. Copy your audio files into the Upload folder. Be sure not to move them there. We just want to make copies of them. StenRemote, in its processing of the audio files, will take them from the Uploads directory and remove them from your computer so that they don't get uploaded twice the next time you run StenRemote. So be sure to put copies in the Upload folder. Please name your audio files with the convention listed in the guide, and here you can see these audio files have been named that way. The way to name them is to use the pound sign, then the log number, a space, a hyphen, a space, first initial, period, space, last name of the person being interviewed. If the person interviewed has a title like sergeant or police officer, put the title in just before their first initial. Also, many cases involve interviewing several members of the same family who have the same first initial. In that case, use as many letters of their first name as necessary to uniquely identify each one. Once the copies are there in the Upload folder, you just need to fire up StenRemote. On your desktop, open up the Victoria folder, double-click the StenRemote icon to start the program, and then select File and Scan as I've shown here. What this does is it tells StenRemote to look in the Upload folder for any audio files that are there and to process them and upload them to the StenTel platform. After it does that, it removes the files from that folder so that they're not uploaded a second time the next time you start up StenRemote. When you tell it to scan, if everything is proper and it finds the files, your screen will look something like this. If for some reason it cannot find the files, it will give an error message right at the very beginning saying that it can't find any audio files. But if you do everything right, StenRemote will find those files and your screen will look something like this as it processes them. The first few lines are feedback from StenRemote connecting to the StenTel platform. The most important one is there, that fourth line that says connected. What StenRemote does next is it renames your audio files. In the example here, I've got 3 audio files. They're named 451, 452, and 456.dss. StenRemote renames them to a file name that has the date stamp. In this case, it was February 13th, 2006. So each of these files is renamed appropriately for February 13th, 2006 at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. After the files have been renamed, well, you may be wondering, well, we spent all that time with this naming convention, taking time to name the files properly, and now StenRemote goes and renames them. Well, it's all for a purpose, and that name is not lost. StenRemote, when it renames a file, it also creates an accompanying file. It's a little text file called a .xml file. Inside that XML file, it retains the original name of the file and some other information about it, and the audio file and the XML file are uploaded together. So for each audio file that you have, StenRemote creates an XML file and uploads them both. In my example, there are 3 files. So there are a total of 6 that are uploaded, 3 audio files, 3 XML files. Looking at the second to last line, you can see their total number of files uploaded is 6. So in your situation, that number will always be exactly twice the number of audio files that you upload. And the last line, once it's uploaded all the files, disconnects from the StenTal platform, and the files have been uploaded. Uploading the files is just the first part. The next, you have to wait a few minutes for the files to be processed on the StenTal platform, and then go through a process called editing demographics. I'll show you that right here. To do this, once you've waited 4 or 5 minutes, select Tools and Job Listing from StenRemote. That opens up a web browser to the StenTalASP.com platform. Notice that there are no results, and it says the change interval is 1 hour. This is how the StenTal platform works. What you'll need to do in order to see your jobs is click on the change interval and just go down to the very bottom. Select 168 hours and 1 week. Once you do that, you should see the jobs that you uploaded. Here are the first 2 of the ones that I uploaded. Notice on the left there is a little green N. That's the status of the priority of the job. It's normal priority right now. StenTal assigns a job number, SR hyphen and then some number, a unique number for each audio file. Then over on the right side is a link to click for editing the demographics. When you click on that, you'll need to do this for each file. Click Edit Demographics. That brings up a window that looks something like this. Now, it's important to fill out all of these fields completely every time you upload a file. Failure to do so will slow down the transcription process. In fact, you upload your file, it may take a day or so for a transcriptionist to download the information, and it's only then that they find that the information is not here. They've got to contact you again and ask you to provide that information. So please be sure to enter this information every time for every file. It will speed up the process of getting you your transcript. Best to just leave the information as it is in the original file name field. It's most important that the interviewee's name is here. That's the most important thing. But you can leave all that information, the log name and the .wma or .whatever. Next, in the log number field, you do need to put the log number there. You can copy it from right above, or you can just type it in manually yourself. It's important, even if it is in the original file name field, it needs to also be in the log number field. The assigned investigator is your name if you are the assigned investigator, and if it's not you, please enter the name of whoever that is. This is critical so that billing for the job is done properly. In the comments field, please enter any names, spellings, difficult pronunciations, anything that will help the transcriptionist listening to the audio file to get a better copy of the words that were spoken there. Then that completes the information for this page. Lastly, be sure to click the Apply button. If you don't click the Apply button and instead just hit the X in the upper right hand corner, for instance, to close the window, the information will not be saved. So be sure to click on Apply. Once you do that, you'll be returned to the job listing page, and you should see that information entered in as you did. The dictator, the original file name, and the other demographic information in those D2 and D3 fields. I didn't fill them out here, but they'll show up there, the log number and the assigned investigator in D2 and D3. One other comment on the job status fields over on the left, the green N. Green N stands for normal priority, and this is how your jobs will show up under normal circumstances. If you have a translation job and you click the priority checkbox, the user priority icon will show. That's a diamond, a red diamond with a P in it. Those are the only ones that you really should see. But if you happen to upload a job and for some reason our transcriptionists have not started working on it, after some number of days the system will assign a priority, a high priority to it. That's the round red P. So if you see that, then you know that it's been waiting in the queue for too long. That's the full procedure for uploading your files. Remember, upload the file first, edit the demographics, click Apply. If you do all those steps, the transcription will be done quickly and efficiently and get back to you within the 10-day period. If not, it may take a little bit longer. So when the transcript is finished, you'll receive an email through the secure messaging platform. That's what this last piece of the training is about, retrieving transcripts. The email that you receive when the job is ready will look something like this. The subject line will include the job number, SR0608, and so on in this example. And the body of the message will say this: you've got a StenCrypt secure email message. It'll always be coming from autosend@stentel.com. To view the message, click here. This should work and bring up a web page logged into your secure message platform account. If there's some issue with it, if that link for click here doesn't work, down here at the bottom is the full link that you can copy and paste into a web browser, and that should take care of any issues that you have if that click here link doesn't work. When you do that, the browser will take you to the login page if you haven't already logged on, and this is where you put in your IPRA email address and the password that you selected. If you forgot your password, when you click on this Forgot Your Password link, it will return to you the text, the reminder text that you typed in when you set up the account. So, assuming that you have your email address and password correct, your email message will look something like this. And really the most important thing is the attachment. The attachment here shows as SR, the job number, .doc. That is the completed transcript. The transcript is in Microsoft Word format, .doc. At some future date, we may be providing those as PDFs, but initially they're starting out as Word documents. So to get your transcript, simply click on the attachments link there. It will prompt you to download the file to your computer. Here I'm saving it into my Victoria folder. And once the document is downloaded, you have your transcript. If you have any issues, questions, problems, Kim Thompson is our Stentel platform expert and guru, and she's available to help you make this operate smoothly and to deal with any issues that come up. Her email address, ktompson@victoriastranscription.com, and you can also contact her by calling the office 877-551-8801 and asking for Kim. Thank you for tuning in. Review this video as many times as you like, and you should be well on your way to producing fast transcripts with a quick turnaround using Victoria Court Reporting Services Lightning Fast service. Bye-bye.